Hey guys, I'm Chilla with Sub-07 and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon FireRed LeafGreen. Last time we talked about the mythical dragon Pokemon Dratini, picked up a couple items on our way to Saffron City, and that's about it really. We picked up Psychic, fought some trainers. In today's episode though, we're going to a dojo. Welcome to the Fighting Dojo. This is pretty much just a gauntlet of fighting type trainers, that's all there is to it. And we have a Psychic move, so this is going to be fun. Hwah! You're trespassing in our Fighting Dojo! Bring it on, dude. Black Belt Hitoshi. I don't know if these guys' names are references to something. They probably are. If they are, I'll put it on the screen, but as far as I know, they're just black belts. But yeah, while we're doing this, there's a kind of an interesting topic that I want to go over while we're discussing stuff. Because I don't really have any other topic in mind other than just beating the crap out of these guys, and I'm curious how you guys feel about this. So, regarding my opinions on Pokemon as a series, I guess. From Generation 6 onwards is where I'd say the franchise starts to decline, personally. I'm not saying that Generation 6, 7, and 8 are inherently bad games. I'm saying that for Let's Go. Fuck that game. Like, seriously, I actually hate that game. That's the one thing I'll actually say is just bad. But I noticed when I was looking back at the series over the years, there's just certain trends that really started to become noticeable in Gen 6 onward that, in my opinion, made the series worse. And it really bugs me, and no one really seems to mention it outside of a few people that I know. Like, some people will acknowledge, like, yeah, some of the new Pokemon games don't feel as good as the old ones, but they won't often say what it is. And I think I've narrowed it to a few things. First off, like, I'm not going to act like Pokemon is inherently a hard series. It's never been the hardest series in the world. That kind of wasn't the point. It was meant to be more of a beginner's RPG, which is fine. But come Generation 6 onwards, they kind of broke the balance of the game and made it really easy. Especially when they just went, hey, what if the experience share was completely overpowered, Mega Evolutions were even more overpowered, and we just stopped caring about giving trainers good team compositions and just went, yeah. Because that's kind of what they did. Like, let's be real, the experience share was completely overpowered. And one can make the argument of, well, why didn't you just turn it off? Which you can. That is a fair argument, but then Generation 8 doesn't let you. So that kind of doesn't work when you get to that point in the series. And that game is probably not built around that, I'm going to be honest. Just based on what I know about Generation 8 as someone who did not personally pick it up, it's pretty easy. And this is coming from someone who is not the biggest JRPG person in the world, so maybe I am over-exaggerating when I say the games are easy, but I don't know, it just doesn't really strike me as a good thing when I just see and feel like you can just breeze by some of the more recent games without an issue. God, my nose is running. Ugh! But the other thing that I want to bring up that I've always noticed about the series as of recent, they can't seem to decide if they want to have major story or if they just want to ignore any and all semblance of story whatsoever, because let's be real, one of the things people criticize about Generation 6, X and Y specifically, they don't like the team organization, they don't like Lysander. I personally like him, but he doesn't get enough development, in my opinion, to be really good. And I think that they needed a Z version to really compensate for that, which X and Y did not get! Thanks, Game Freak. Thanks, Pokemon Company. But there wasn't much in the way of story for that game. There was some. There was the Great War from eons ago, which we don't really get to hear much about, and which is interesting, but we don't get to discuss it too much, so it's kind of left in the background. That's why I keep saying we should have had a Z version, but apparently, no. Money was tight or something, and they just went straight to Oraz. Which, I'm probably going to get some flack for this, but I think Oraz is probably the second worst remake outside of Let's Go, which I just think is just a bad game. Oraz isn't bad. It has some really nice things to it, but it does some things that I really don't like. Like drawing all of its inspiration from Ruby and Sapphire and taking very little from Emerald. I don't care if it does that, story-wise, that's perfectly fine, but challenge-wise and post-game-wise, it most certainly is only Ruby and Sapphire, because it's a lot easier than it could have been, because gym leader organization, or gym composition was changed a bit to be a lot easier, teams were lower level, and definitely less complicated. Steven being the champion is fine, that's not a problem, but no Battle Frontier, and basically very little in terms of post-game. I know some people really like the Hooper rings being used to track down legendaries, which I don't think is a bad thing, but the fact that it's required to have both legendaries to encounter all of them, kind of stupid, because you need both versions of the game for that. Also, yeah, I'm gonna rip that bandit off. No Battle Frontier was a stupid decision. I know some people don't like the Battle Frontier, but it's a great way for post-game, even if not everyone is the biggest fan of it. And I wish more people acknowledged that it was a really cool idea. But apparently, most people don't agree with that. I don't really know why. Or maybe the devs were just being stubborn. I don't really know. Again, I like Oraz. I do, but it is definitely, in my opinion, probably the weakest of the 3 remakes. Not counting Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which haven't come out yet at the time of this recording. I'd also like to point out, that is a really bad acronym to have for them. If for no reason other than the fact that if you say it as the acronym, BDSP, you quickly realize it sounds a bit too much like something. Oh no. Yeah, that's not a good thing. But yeah, in terms of remakes, I'd say Oraz is probably my least favorite of the 3, then it's Frog, and then it's Hugs, Hard Gold Soul Silver. That's just, I'm gonna be honest, that's probably my favorite game, because there's just so much they changed and added that I'm just continually impressed every time I play it. Like, FireRed added a lot. Like, FireRed LeafGreen did add a lot of extra stuff. They added the Sevi Islands, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver just adds so much and completely retools and rechanges what I remember of Johto. It's great. And I guess the last thing that always bugged me is that something that I noticed a lot lately is that Pokemon very clearly wants to either be a more commonly recurring series or just a series that just comes out frequently, when I don't think they have the budget to do that or the manpower to do it. Because if you compare it to, like, Dragon Quest is on, what, its 12th mainline installment now? Not out yet, but we know 12 exists. Why do they have such a long gap between releases when Pokemon tries to just shoehorn its releases out within, like, 4 years of each other? I feel like it's a bad decision and that they should be waiting. Because, if anything, Sword and Shield kind of pointed this out from the start, people will point out when your gen has problems. Graphically, design-wise, budget-wise, and constraint-wise. I don't care if they get more people on the team, less people on the team, more time, less time. You just need to make a quality product. And having more people on it helps with that. Pokemon's not a small little series on a handheld that is only about 16-bit anymore. It's on an HD console, and we're going to point out when it has problems. Don't try and sugarcoat it. We know that they're problems. But some people still defend them like, oh, it's not an issue, it's perfectly fine. No! That's not the way you should be doing it. This is the biggest multimedia franchise in the world. Why can't they make something better than what they have? Because I really do think Swish should have been better. I don't hate on Pokemon for the sake of just hating on them. I hate on them because I want them to be good. I want them to be as good as they can be for being the most successful franchise, period. They should be quality. Ugh. Maybe it's just someone like me having a bit of bias and concern because I haven't been super satisfied with Gen 7 or 8. 7 has the worst tutorial I've ever seen for any RPG, and you can't skip it, which makes it worse. Gen 8 fixed that problem, but added like 25 other problems that are all bad. Like, even the music for Sword and Shield I don't really like. Like, if you compare the champion themes of all the generations, Sword and Shield's champion theme is really bad. It's like a crowd chorus for most of it, and it's just so uninteresting. I don't know how they messed it up, because every other gen has great music. At least to some degree, but I don't know, man. I don't see it for Swish. Anyways, enough about hating on modern Pokemon. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to also not die of my godforsaken congestion. Oh, God. After this, I'm going to probably blow my nose out and all my brains. Let's heal up real fast. Thank you. Yeah. Stupid stuff in the air really just makes this a lot worse. Also, yes, I live by what I say. Let's Go is the worst game Pokemon's ever made. I don't care if Pokemon Dash or Channel or Let's Go Pikachu exists. I hate Let's Go as a concept. It's, let's make baby's first RPG for baby's first RPG. How? How do you make something that's stupidly designed? I hate it as a concept so much. Grunt. I am the Karate Master. I am the leader here. You wish to challenge us? Expect no mercy. Fwa! He's not kidding when he says that. This guy actually is pretty tough for this point in the game. He's only got 2 Pokemon, but don't let that fool you. And these are two Pokemon we haven't seen before. Hitmonlee is a pretty powerful Pokemon. This thing is actually also pretty specially defense-oriented, so if you have something like, say, a bird, you might want to use that instead. I'm going to try the bird just to see how we fare. Okay, you're just focusing your energy. That's good. Oh, Aerial Ace, of course. Wow! Holy shit! I knew Hitmonlee's defense wasn't that great, but damn. And the opposite Pokemon, Hitmonchan. And if you haven't figured out the name scheme yet for these two, they're clearly their names in America are clearly based off of legendary martial artists Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. Pretty unfortunate that the Generation 2 version, Hitmontop, was not Hitmonnorris because it clearly does roundhouse kicks, but beggars can't be choosers. Ah, damn. Hitmonchan also has access to elemental punches like Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. Kind of fucked over, though, in that regard, because the special attack is not that high, and this is Gen 3, so those are all special attacks, baby. Oh, poor sap. Wah! Arg! Beaten! I mean, yeah, we did kind of beat you. Indeed, I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take our emblem as your trophy. In return, I'll give you a prized fighting Pokemon. Choose whichever one you like. So yeah, as a reward, we get to pick one of these two. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. These two are both fighting types, pure fighting types, nothing else about them, and they both specialize in one certain style of attack. Kicking for Hitmonlee and punching for Hitmonchan. They're pretty close together stat-wise, both being high physical attack, high special defense. Hitmonlee's a lot faster, but a slower defense, slower defense, what the fuck? Lower defense. Hitmonchan has higher physical defense, but lower special defense, and is all around a lot slower. And worse physical attack, I'd say. Of the two, at least as far as Gen 3 is concerned, Hitmonlee is the better pick, so we're taking him. And because it's really fucking obvious, we're just gonna get the joke out of the way real fast. Your name is Bruce. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was the legendary dragon. Ow! Oh, that would hurt. Ooh. How are we holding up? Oh yeah, wow, barely a scratch. That honestly did less effort than I thought it would. It also took a lot less time than I thought it would, Jesus. There was only 5 opponents, to be fair, though. There is a mart here, so let's see what they got. Hi there, may I help you? Yes. I'll take some revives, actually. That could be pretty nice, now that we can freely buy revives. Thank you. Hyper Potions we can also buy, which we heal 200 HP as opposed to the original, or nerf in Generation 7 where it was 120. But let's check out that Pokemon fan club. Brock's the last word uncool. End of story. Now there's a guy who I want to be like. Dude, he's the first gym leader. He's not that cool. All of us gathered here are fans of Pokemon trainers. The way they look in battle, they're the picture of coolness. Perhaps you'll be talked about here too if you keep winning. I wonder if I can become a cool trainer one day. Well, maybe, if you put your life into it. I think trainers are so cool when they're battling. Don't you think so too? Not particularly. Now, if you know Pokemon, and also a member from Vermilion, you may remember the Pokemon fan club chairman. He's not here, thankfully, but I guess this is the Saffron branch. That being said, though, there's kind of only one place for us to go now, and it's here. What is this place exactly? Well, it's the Silph Co. The place that we got the Silph Scope from originally, actually. That was a sentence I just said. Silph Co. are the developers of the Silph Scope, the thing we use to clear out Pokemon Tower. And unfortunately, this place has been ransacked and taken over by the Rocket Grunts. So, this is technically a dungeon. Can't use the elevator, as far as I remember. Can we? Oh, no, we can. We're not going to, though. Because, well, you'll see pretty shortly. We can freely run in this building, which is different from most buildings. That's how you know it's a dungeon. But yeah, there's grunts here. Hey, kid, what are you wandering here for? Because I can. And because the plot demands that I do this so I can challenge the next gym. But yeah, we got a lot of grunts to clear out here, and It's just gonna take a while, to be honest. So, get used to it. Gonna be a lot of poison types. I guess it's to compensate for Koga not having many. At least as far as his gym was concerned, he had plenty on his own team. It does give us a chance to really use Psychic, though, which is fun. And see Golbat, which is nice. And I guess more Zubats. This does also pose a good grinding opportunity for both Big Tex and Orion, because, yeah, these guys are kind of low level, but that helps us. Going back to the discussion of Pokemon generations, I'm curious what you guys may think is like the peak of the franchise, because I mentioned the Heart Gold Soul Silver is my favorite game, period, and I do really like stuff like Platinum version. I think Crystal version, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, FireRed, LeafGreen, Emerald, and probably all of Gen 5 are some of my favorite games. I think Gen 5, in my opinion, is where they hit kind of the perfect balance between streamlined storytelling and gameplay, while still being fun and reasonably challenged. I don't know, does Black and White really hit that stride for me? I know some people weren't a fan of Black and White 1 doing the whole, oh, by the way, only our Pokemon, so please don't try it. Just Black and White's Unova Dex. But I don't know, I really appreciated it because it gave me a chance to really get to know the Unova Pokemon. Especially since people whine about Generation 1 being the best generation. Why is Unova not got a fair chance in that regard? Unova's better anyway. Before someone brings up, yes, the ice cream Pokemon does come from Unova, but you know what? It's actually pretty good, and Chandelure is honestly kind of overpowered, so I'm happy with the Chandelure Pokemon. I don't know why, but ironically, the goofier the design, the better the Pokemon half the time, it feels like. Because, like, the keys in Generation 6 are annoying as heck. Trickster set up just to fight against all kinds of, like, funky Pokemon are just actually really fun to use. Ooh, Cubone. We don't see many of you around here. That's good. Now I can surf you. That's better. I like it when Orion just kills things. Now, technically speaking, the one other move I'd even consider putting on Orion isn't going to be an option for leveling up, as we'd be waiting until level 47 to get that. And I don't have that much patience, so we're just going to let him sit here for a couple levels before I evolve him to his last stage. No reason other than I just feel like it. Ooh, that was a good burp. Free experience and get out of my face, Rocket Grunt. Tough! I mean, I guess it's what I am. But yeah, this is a big building. If you couldn't tell from the visual, this is the first proper skyscraper we've been to. There's just stuff everywhere here. It's off limits here. Go home. No. Can't make me. Gotta beat me in a battle first. Uh-oh. Scientist Jerry. Watch out. He's got a bottle of science. That's a bad day for me, but it's a great day for Senko. Let's switch. The perks of having a fire type in your team is that you can say fuck you to steel types. Fuck you, steel type. God damn it. Fine. I'll play your game. Oh, piece of shit. Really? You're gonna go for Parafusion on me? Get out of here. Thank you, Senko. Oh, so close to a level up. I guess... Back to Orion? Yeah, back to Orion, and then Big Tech can handle the next one. The one downside of fighting pure electric types in this run, at least for me, is that I didn't pick up a ground type, so kind of have to just brute force it with a bull. Well, I guess to be fair, it's a bull, so not too bad. Why are you... I gotta stop questioning why these trainers do this, because I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe he has self-destruct and that's his plan, but I don't know. He's also dead, so it doesn't matter anyway. Level up for Big Tex. That's better. Magneton! Okay. Getting a bit more fancy on me. Are you gonna try and use another Thunder Wave? I feel like you probably are. Although I don't know why. I really love the Magneton sprites in Generation 3 and 4. They're just very silly to me. He's like, yeah, I got 3 of me now. Congratulations, I guess. I don't really know what to say. Ah, fuck. Don't you Sonic Boom me. That's my joke. I haven't used it in a while, but it's still my joke. Get out of here. Good job, Senko. You get that level up. But yeah, most scientists will have typically electric types, so be careful. You're good. Yes! Thank you for acknowledging it. It's about time someone noticed. Also, these things. Warp tiles. They'll send you all over the place. That sent us all the way up to the 8th floor. And there's a lot of them, so be careful. Also, yeah, we need car keys to open these doors, so we're kind of screwed in that regard. We're going to be doing a lot of just walk back and forth trying to find our way around this place. In fact, that also sent us to the 8th floor. What the heck? Yeah, that's the first tile that we got warped to over there. Just a lot of tiles, and not a lot of time. Well, I guess we got to this guy, though. I wonder if Sylph is finished. You're not really in a good position right now, dude. It's all complicated words and numbers that make no sense. Yeah, that's coding to me. I tried to learn coding in college, I really did, but fuck, I hate coding. It's so bad. What? What? You fucking idiot. Oh. Please don't. Okay. Okay. My recording is a bit freaked out, so a bit concerned in that regard. I'm gonna try and be careful with this because by the looks of it, we've been recording a while, and I'm going to try and stop here just in case, because I don't want this thing dying on me. If this recording doesn't see the light of day, well, I guess I'm gonna have to do some work to get back to where I was before. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but you never know. Let's grab this real fast. Iron, that raises defense. Yeah, we're gonna stop for now before things get worse. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time, and until next time, ice out.